Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is a short one on a few new in pieces in terms of sandals, belts, bags that didn't quite make the previous hauls I've done, either because they didn't arrive in time or they were just ordered just after I'd filmed those. So I hope you enjoy the few bits and pieces I've got here to show you. Got a very exciting bag to share with you as well, which I will do in due course. If you enjoy the video, please do thumbs up and do subscribe, and also leave me any questions you have for a Q&A video which I'll be collating in a couple of videos time. You can leave your questions down in the comments below in this video or any other videos that you happen to be watching. You can email me, Instagram, direct message me. All my links for communications are down in the description bar. So yeah, do leave me any questions. I can't wait to read them and to answer them in a future video. That's enough about future videos. Let's crack on with this one. Let's start with sandals. So I got 2 new pairs of sandals for the summer, and what happened was the weather got really hot here over Easter in the UK, and I panicked and thought, oh, I need new sandals. And so I was doing my research, got a few new pairs of sandals, and now it's pretty much turned back to autumn, so that kind of sucks, but I'm hoping that the weather will pick up again very soon. So these sandals are from Topshop, and they are these. They look quite minimal, which I love. You know, that's kind of my style, all that I'm about. I like them because they are minimal styling, but then they've got a little bit of design detail on them, which is kind of nice. They were £39, and I think what drew me to these was the colour. I'm having a nude moment at the moment, but I think that's just been heavily inspired by what's on trend at the moment. So beige, nude, all that kind of thing is really on trend, and I'm loving it. I think particularly against my skin tone, these colours work really well. And I got these in a size 9, which is not my normal size. I'm normally a UK size 8, Europe 41, EU 41, but I wasn't sure about sort of this fit and how it would fit across my foot because it's kind of wide. So I thought, you know, it doesn't hurt just to get a bigger size, particularly because Topshop shoes sometimes do come up quite small on me, and these fit perfectly well. So can't wait to wear these. These are a nice new addition to my wardrobe. And as I said, they were £39 and they're from Topshop. So the next sandals I'm very excited to share with you. So you know the whole ugly shoe trend is still around. So the dad trainer, everyone's all over that. And then you've got this big chunky sandal that's the thing for spring summer this year. So I kind of like that trend, but I needed to find a sandal that wasn't too crazy for me because I wanted to tap into the trend but still have it be very wearable, something that I could wear for seasons going forward, and that's not super directional. So I found a pair of sandals on the COS website, and actually one of my lovely viewers had mentioned the COS sandals because she has them, and I was like, no, because I saw them, I liked them, and I kept umming and ahhing about it, and then they sold out of my size when I got round to thinking I'm going to buy them. So I had to look around for some alternatives, and the alternatives are these. So these are very similar to the COS sandals, and I'll put a picture up for you guys to see. And they are from Vagabond, and I have a pair of boots from Vagabond, so I knew about the brand already. And I really like these. So they're very similar to the COS ones, as I said, but at the same time I think they're quite easy to wear. Not too much of a chunky sole. I could see myself wearing these very much through other seasons, not just this season. So I believe these were £80, which is expensive for a pair of sandals, but as I said, these are not, even though they're on trend this season, there's nothing trendy about these sandals, if that makes sense. So I could wear these going forward, as I said, for years to come. And I need a comfortable shoe, so particularly because we're going on holiday a few times this year, and there'll be a lot of walking. I'll have the baby with me. I just need something that's comfortable that I can wear and not feel like my feet are going to fall off. So I think these are going to do the job. They fit really nicely, and I'm just really happy that I found an alternative. Okay, on to belts. I've got 2 new belts from H&M. So basically I'm trying to do a big cull of my wardrobe, accessories and shoes, because we're moving house soon, and I just want to take with me what I want to keep. So that said, I looked through my accessories drawer and felt like I've got too many random belts that I don't even wear. Like, I hardly wear them at all, and really all I need in a belt collection is probably one black and one tan, maybe a brown belt. So that is what I've done, and I love all these very minimal style belts, but a lot of the time I see them on bloggers, they are quite expensive and they've come from some expensive brands. So I kind of saw these on the high street and felt that they do that job. So they're these, and they look very simple. They're just the same style one black, one tan, minimal goldish type of belt, no other bells and whistles to them, and they're quite long, which I like because I can wear across my natural waistline up here, or I can wear them, you know, in belt loops on trousers and jeans. So they're really simple. They are leather, and I got these both in a size extra large, so they go from, I think, extra small to extra large, if I'm correct. And I could have got away with the large because there's quite a lot at the end when I wear these, but I like that because I like to wear belts around my natural waist and loop them and have some left over, so I thought the extra large was just a good option. But yeah, these are great. I think they're really nice minimal styling, and actually this is all I need in my wardrobe. So the first bag I picked up was this leather shopper from Urban Outfitters. Now, I don't really ever shop Urban Outfitters, but I looked on Google, did a Google search for, you know, a leather shopper, and this came up, and I really like it. So it's got what I'm always looking for, which is a long arm drop, a long shoulder strap. A lot of them tend to be quite short, which is really annoying because they're kind of up here in my armpit. And the leather is very thin, which is exactly what I was looking for. So I got this bag to replace, or possibly replace, my COS shopper, which I don't reach for as much because I feel it's a bit bulky and a bit big for me. So I kind of wanted something that was still had a good volume but was thinner in leather, and this is just absolutely perfect. I mean, I love it, I really do. I wish I had it in tan, I'd have got that as well. This was £49. It's genuine leather. I think they've got one very similar to this that's not leather for you guys who don't use or like leather items. I will try and link that, guys, for you down below. There's nothing on the inside, it's just a leather bag with just one big pocket. And if I do find myself reaching for this more, which I think I will be, I will end up selling my COS shopper and then just end up wearing this because I think this is definitely more what I'm after. Okay, so the next two bags are from ASOS, but they're not ASOS own brand. And I bought two bags because I thought, you know, I need a summer bag, and let me get two and I'll return the one that I don't like. Don't do that, ladies, because you're going to end up keeping both bags like I have done, unless you have more willpower than I do. The first bag I got was this small size crossbody from Missguided. Now, I never shop Missguided, but they had the perfect bag, so I got this. It's a nice, decent size. I didn't want something too huge on this type of style, with a nice long strap, which is what I always suffer with. On the inside, it's just lined with one little pocket there, and then it's actually got a popper, which I think is great because it can secure a little more at the top. A lot of these type of bags are just drop in, so I was happy with that. This is great for holiday. Again, I need more sort of hands-free styles when I do have the little bubble with me. So yeah, this was really nice, and it's from Missguided. I thought I wanted to replace my big bag I had last year from Zara, which is lovely, but it's just a bit too heavy for me. So I got this instead, and this is from Warehouse, a brand I have shopped occasionally from ASOS, and it's a nice size. It's not too huge because Zara is doing some of these bags, but they are massive, and it's just not workable for me. So it's a nice size, and it's got a nice strap. I like the fact that the strap was sort of this faux leather. It's kind of like a nice contrast. On the top, again, it's got a popper, which is really great for security. It's got one biggish inside pocket there, and then the rest is just open, and it's fully lined. So they're made of the same material, but just one is a lot bigger and is to be worn on your shoulder, and the other one is a crossbody / shoulder bag. So super pleased with both of those. I got these from ASOS, but one's from Missguided and one is from Warehouse. I was kindly sent this bag here from the brand Senreve. Now, this is a luxury brand, and this is a luxury bag. So I was very, you know, honoured, happy to be sent this bag. I wasn't expecting it at all, and I was able to pick from a few, so I picked this one here. Now, this bag is called the Maestra. It's called the Mini Maestra bag. I picked the mini size because it just works with my lifestyle at the moment. This bag comes in two different sizes. It comes in the midi and just the general Maestra, which I think was the original version of the style. That bag holds a MacBook Pro 13-inch. The midi holds an iPad, and then this one is just a bit smaller but still has got a lot of space on the inside, and that's just perfect for me. So the brand itself came about by two women who basically were working women, career women, and they wanted to find a bag that worked for them in terms of functionality but still looked premium and was premium. and they couldn't find that on the luxury market, on the designer market at all, so they decided to make their own, and that's where Senreve was born. So I was sent this bag, as I said, but I wasn't asked to do a review. I wasn't asked to do anything really apart from just try it out and tag them in my social media posts. But I thought, you know what, I actually really liked this when it arrived, so I wanted to just kind of share it with you. The artisans who kind of craft these bags and make these bags have been working with luxury designer houses for over 50 years, and this brand makes these bags in Tuscany. The leather and the bags themselves are 100% Italian leather, and they are water resistant, which I think is great, because I'm really bad at looking after my shoes and my leather bags. I should be a lot better. I have the protectant as well. I'm so lazy in terms of using it, so it's really helpful for me. As I said, their bags are multifunctional, so this bag can be worn in many different ways. It can be worn here as a top handle bag, so being held like this. It can also be worn as just a shoulder bag. If you pull the straps through at the back, like so, it can be worn as a backpack, which I think is super cool, and I think I'll be doing. And it can also be worn as a crossbody, so it's multifunctional, which I think is also really fantastic. The quality of this bag, you can tell when you touch it. It's just been made so well, and having worked in the fashion industry and worked in fashion buying, I can tell a good quality bag when I see one, or a good quality item and a well constructed item when I see one, and this is definitely that. I picked the forest green colour with the gold hardware and the pebbled finish, and I'm really happy with that because I feel I could use it now with these kind of sandy tones for spring summer. It also would work so beautifully in my autumn winter wardrobe with all the greys and the navies and the blacks. So yeah, I can't wait to bust that out in autumn winter as well. Bag itself then, it unclasps at the front here, and then you just lift this out. It's lined in this gorgeous soft micro suede, which a lot of brands choose not to do on their luxury bags because it's expensive, but I'm really happy that they've taken that time to kind of invest in those smaller details, which you'd expect if you're paying, you know, upwards of £500-600 for this size, and it's more expensive for the bigger size. So the bag itself has a lot of space on the inside. You've got a lot of pockets. You've got pocket pockets, zipped pockets. You've got a deep centre, which I think is really good, and I like the fact that you've got zips and poppers, and it separates everything on the inside, which again, you can see that they've thought about this for the working woman. What I also like about this bag is that you have a pocket at the back, so I can put something that I need to reach for pretty easily, like my Oyster card deep inside here. It's still safe across my body, and the branding is very minimal, as you know is very important to me. You can just see the small stamp of Senreve here in gold. So I'm going to trial out this bag and test it and see how I get on with it, and then I'll come back to you guys with a more in-depth review of my pros and cons. The only thing I am slightly concerned about that I can tell just from looking at it is I feel that it's a bit bulky in terms of being worn as a crossbody. So I like my crossbodies to be closer to my body, and because I am a bigger lady, you know, I'm not a skinny mini, I don't need or want extra bulk coming out of my body and my torso. So I'm, you know, got a big top half with my boobs, and then I've carried my weight around my middle, so I don't want anything around there just adding to that, and I feel like this might be that if I wear it as a crossbody. So probably be worn more as a shoulder bag and as a backpack and as a top handle bag, but I'll let you know how I get on with that. I'll link the brand down below. You can check out their bags, and they do other bags apart from this style. They do some clutches, there's a laptop cover as well, and it's a pretty well-known brand. I just didn't know about it. Like, the founder herself one of the founders went to the Met Gala recently, and that was amazing, and they have actually designed a clutch that she wore for that evening, which I think is gorgeous, and that's in production now. I think it's lovely. I'm really glad to have been introduced to this brand. It's so nice to have a different, you know, luxury brand introduced to you than the usual ones that are being bandied around Instagram. My US viewers probably knew about this brand before I did, but I'm really happy to have been introduced to Senreve, and they're on my radar. I will try out this bag, and I will get back to you with a more in-depth review. But yeah, this is the Mini Maestra in the forest green, pebbled finish. I can't wait to try it out. And that, guys, is it. So it was really short. It was just kind of sharing with you the last few bits that I've picked up recently. I hope you enjoyed it and you found some bits there that you like. Do leave me any questions you have for me for our Q&A session down in the comments below. Take care. I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye.